Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria. I'm super excited. We are back today with part 2 of the Colourpop Butterfly collection is actually what I was going for, but Butterfly is fine too. I don't really care what you call it because you guys, today is almost going to be like a little more fun. And I say that because the colors for today's collection, by the way, when I was swatching these, you can tell that the first row, like these first 4 right here, was me doing it like this. And then I realized, oh Paige, you're going to have to turn that to camera. So it'd be nice if they could actually see them. So the first 4 are for me, the last 4, those are for you. So today, you guys, we're going to go ahead, we're just going to dive right in. If you did not watch yesterday's video, I did go through and I already talked about all the cheek duos and all that stuff. So for today's video, I went ahead, obviously foundation, brows, eyes are prepped and ready to go. I also did my bronzer and my blush. For the blush, I went in with the, I don't know which one it is, so I'll just, you know, look through all these because as I said in yesterday's video, you just get to try and guess until you find the right palette. For blush, I went in with this blush right here. This is from the Just Do It collection. It's really the only blush that I like for my skin tone and my undertone. I was going to try the coral one, but I don't think it's going to go well with these eye colors, so I wanted to just keep that really more subdued for right now. There is no highlight on because I like to do that, you know, in with the last step, which is my priming step. So all of that is done and said and clarified. So for today, we are going to be going through all of these individual Super Shock shadows. Now, basically, these are a combination of ultra glitters, ultra metallics, and I believe there's like one matte shade out of the 8. These were thrown in the box or part of this collection in these loose leaf little containers here. So they did not come in like the big, beautiful book that we looked at yesterday, how these were just in here and they were all beautiful. The packaging was great. For some reason, they did it with these 6, but then they didn't do it with these 8. So I don't know if there was a purpose behind that. Maybe it was just cheaper for them. I'm not really sure. In any event, they are the same size, the same product, all that good stuff, and the same cost. So these are $5 a piece if you buy them individually, or they offer them on the site. You can buy them in like groups of 3. But they're the exact same price. It's $15 for 3 or $5 for 1. So you can just go on mix and match and buy whichever ones that you want because there's no point in, you know, you're not saving any money, so don't go that route. But anyways, we are going to go through and let's just start off by looking at all the swatches here that we have, and then we're going to apply some to the face and talk about them, show them to you. And as I said in yesterday's video, this isn't so much about the quality of these products because, you guys, I'm already a really big fan of these. Like right under the camera, I actually have like a drawer and a half full of these Super Shock shadows. I really like them. I think they apply beautifully. The color is great. They last really well and they're super affordable. So I think they're a good way to incorporate like more fun colors or just different things into an average or an ordinary makeup collection. I just think that they're fun to play with. So we're not so much reviewing the quality of them per se, as we are just the overall collection, the aesthetic, what it is, how they look on my skin tone, on the eyes, and all that sort of stuff. So let's go ahead, pull you guys up, and let's look at these sexy devils. So first up here, you can see this beautiful, shiny looking guy. This is the shade Ladybird. It is an ultra glitter. Then we have the shade Bumblebee, and it's an ultra metallic. Then we have the shade EXO, which is an ultra glitter. Another ultra glitter in the shade Race Hue. One of the most stunning ultra glitters in the shade Polly. Oh my god, I love that. This next one right here is the shade Superfly, and it is an ultra metallic that shifts from like turquoise, bluey to purple, and it is absolutely stunning. This one threw me off a little bit, shifts purple to pinkish, and this is in the shade Ripple, which is an ultra glitter. Last but not least, we have the shade Buzzin', which is a matte shadow, but it's matte, and I do see flecks of glitter in there. Don't know if they show up on camera or not, though, but they are there. So that is the 8 for today. So I am going to start off with that brown in the shade Buzzin', and I'm going to start off with a Colourpop brush, but I don't know. They do not label anything. I don't know which brush this is, but this is the brush. And I'm going to start by going in. It's longer, it's fluffier, and I want to just be able to kind of do one of these motions with it where I can kind of work it in smaller, more circular motions. I want to diffuse that brown and like create a nice fade before I build it up and make it deep, especially with the texture of these shadows, which again, I talked about that in yesterday's video. So if you have missed that video or you're like, what the hell are you talking about? I will try to remember to link that down below because if you watch that one, it'll give you a hell of a lot more information on everything that I'm talking about. So until then, I'm going to probably speed this part up, and we're going to start working this little fella into the eyeballs and onto the eyeballs and all around the eyeballs and eyeballs, balls, balls, balls. Okay guys, so like, let's be honest here. That was the easiest thing to blend. It blended like a dream. It built on itself so perfectly. I could not have asked for a better situation on my eyes. The only critique I have, and it's very, very slight, you guys probably can't see it on camera, but there's a couple tiny little specks right in this area of the glitter from it, because it is a matte shadow, but they did include glitter in it. So the glitter is flaked off a tiny, tiny bit, like literally 3 pieces. I can count them. But just FYI, that did happen. Now, I'm kind of like an all or nothing queen over here, so we're going to start, and I'm just going to go right for it. I'm going to go in. This is that shade Superfly. I love this color so much. I will be applying this with my finger all over the lid right here. We're going to kind of figure out the transition and all that when we get to it. But for now, my biggest deal is I just really want to get this on the lid and kind of see what it looks, if I like it and all that good stuff. So we're just going to pat it on. I really love the simplicity of their Super Shock shadows for this reason. I feel like they apply beautifully 9 times out of 10 with your finger to the lid. And it's just a real good way to apply quick and simple and keep everything kind of happening. It is looking like right now I really have to focus on building the color in order to keep that more metallic-y shift to it. I've noticed that like when I pat it out like that, it looks very muted and very, what's the word I'm looking for? It looks very dull, very flat. But then like when I swatch, look at how vibrant that looks compared to what it's looking like on my lid. So for some reason it's not transferring as well. So I'm just seeing if maybe, you know, patting it on instead of rubbing it is gonna help that. That's interesting though. I really didn't think that would happen. But it does look like patting the shadow on instead of sweeping it is maintaining that beautiful, like more metallic-y shift. Okay, so as you guys could see, I went back in with that original brush. I didn't add any product to it or anything. I just went in and I blended out that line. And I have to be honest, you guys, that blended in so beautifully. Like, there is such a beautiful gradient transition between those two colors, between that blue and that. It's just, I mean, it looks literally so faded and so stunning. They are so easy to work with together. I absolutely love that. So now we're gonna get rid of this shade because it's time to go in over top with that really pretty light sparkly shade. I'm so excited. Pause, I lied. Actually, in the top, or look at me, I'm like, I lied, just kidding, forget everything I said. In the center, I actually want to go in with this shade right here. That way it'll be like this shade more in the center, and then I want to pop this one right in like the dead center. It'll be like ding, ding, ding. It'll give me 3 nice, built up, beautiful layers. This is in the shade Ripple. I almost said nipple, not gonna lie. We're gonna take this, I'm 12. So we're gonna take this and just pop it on our finger right here. I think it'll create a really beautiful kind of juxtaposition against that other metallic. And again, this isn't super precise. This is just like, almost like finger paints kind of. And I just very lightly went into that and dipped it around. I only went in, like I only dipped my finger in once. So what you're seeing there is a very light wash of that nice, beautiful color on top. Again, just mainly there to like add a little extra dimension before we go in with that lighter shade. That looks pretty. And those two shades actually complement each other very nicely, because where this one flashes, like the first one we went on, it flashed like a blue to dark purple, whereas this one flashes like a purple to a light pink. So it kind of naturally builds onto itself, which again, as natural as metallic and ultra glitter shades can be on your eyes. So now we're going in with the Ladybird. This is the beautiful ultra glitter shadow. The first one on my arm, we're just gonna pop that right into the dead center. I wanna go in with this finger, which means I actually need to wipe it off. We're just going in here with the ring finger, and we're just gonna go in, grab a little bit. We're grabbing that right, like look at how beautiful these are on my fingers. Oh my God. And we're just lightly gonna kind of tap that right in the center of the last one we put on, concentrating it more at the base and then kind of fading it up. Now we are going to go back in here with that really deep matte brown that we originally worked into the crease, and I want to take some of this on a dense brush. This is the Morphe brush from yesterday's video. You can see, okay, maybe, it's just like a flat packed kind of brush, but it's a little bit fatter, which I really like this for these kinds of shadows. And again, if it had like a name on it, I would totally tell you what it was. And I'm not like affiliated with Morphe, and I don't like eat, live, breathe, sleep Morphe, so I don't know the name of everything they have. But anyways, that's not bitter. So if I knew what this was, I'd tell you. But I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to dip it in here. And the main thing that I'm going for at this point is I just want to build up this outer V area a little bit. I like where it's at right now. I like it. I just want a little bit more depth right in this area where everything kind of comes together right here. I feel like deepening up this look is going to be a great decision. And I'm only carrying this extra brown over a little bit into the crease just to keep everything nice and blended and uniformed. I'm not like trying to carry and keep it super dark all the way over, just like pulling up the outer part of my eye a little bit, creating that lift we talk about a lot on this channel. I'm thinking like that. Oh my God, you guys, I'm crazy about this. That is, okay, I know this is going to sound so weird, especially to a lot of you, but I feel like that's a beautiful, like almost wearable metallic eye. Like the undertones in these shadows are beautiful. I'm such a fan. Now, because I did all of this on the upper eyelid, I don't really want to go in, like originally I really wanted to play with this bright orange shade, but I didn't like the way that it blended with what I was choosing from in the more like warm metallic-y tones. So all I'm going to do for the lower lash line, if I'm being completely honest, is I'm going to take this dark brown guy again, and I'm probably going to bring a little bit of this down from the inner middle right here and kind of swoop it down. But I am going to go, I want this video to be short considering yesterday's was so damn long. I want this one to be shorter, so I'm going to go ahead, do this eye off of camera real quick, and I will come back and we're going to talk about lipsticks next, because I want to swatch them for you and you know, show you what we talking about, show you what we got, what we talking about. Dance, break, dance, break, dance, break, dance, break, dance, break. All right, guys, so obviously I went ahead, I got the whole everything finished up. Now there is one thing I want to mention about this eye look. I did go into the other section that I reviewed yesterday, and I grabbed a little bit of this Up in the Air shade. It's a nice dark matte purple, and I did that just to kind of add a little bit more depth and dimension to the outer V of this eye. But other than that, all I did was blend and buff until my little heart was content. I really wanted to make sure that I gave it a good lift, and with just that light brown, or that, you know, the brown that I had worked into the crease, just that one color, it wasn't lifting my eye and really snatching it back the way that I like them to be. So I wanted to make sure that I looked damn good. So as far as the lips goes, we're gonna get into that, because I have one of the lipsticks on my face right now, as well as the rest of them swatched. So, almost dropped the mirror. Bitch. So as I have stated, you do get this new Theory Lippy Sticks collection. That is the unicarton, so you take that off and you are left with this adorable book situation. It opens and looks, you know, very similar in packaging to the Super Shock, oh my God, set that we reviewed yesterday. And then this one, of course, you open it up, and here are the 6 lippy sticks that you get with this collection. Again, their packaging is pretty much the same. The only difference, and I don't know if it'll focus on camera, but these have little tiny like butterflies that are kind of, you know, metallicized or whatever you say up on the cap, which is a nice little distinction. I like it. It's cute. And then on the back, it gives you the names, what it is, all that good stuff. But you guys, look at this packaging yet again. Like, even the back is cute. You know, it's so funny because this launch is like half everything I love about Colourpop. I love the new ideas, the theories, the colors, like the color combinations, all of that, even this packaging. And then there's some of the packaging that I'm just like, it's the exact same. You know, like the lipsticks or those friggin' cheek duos. Like, they either need to commit and do like all beautiful reinventive packaging with each launch, or just be like, F it, we don't care. Because right now, they're like riding a real fine line with caring. And it's not always the most attractive look on a brand. So anyways, this is the packaging. Let's go ahead and we're going to go through these. We're going to give you the colors, the swatches. I just hit myself in the face. Girl, did you take off the foundation? No. If I took the foundation off on my chin, I was going to be so pissed. So let's go ahead and get into these swatches real quick, and then let's wrap this sucker up. First up, we have the shade Ink Blot, Psych, Little Things, Lullaby, Fly-Fi, and Persuasion. So that is the entire Lippy Sticks collection. Now, I would also like to point out, out of all of these, there are a couple that are matte X wax, there is a cream, there are a couple that are matte, so they do give you a little bit of a variation in the finishes that you're gonna get. Overall though, these are very opaque. These were in one swipe, other than this purple guy right here. That one I did have to do 2 swipes, just because purple, that's usually the case. Now on my lips is the very first color, which is Ink Blot, which is a matte shade. I did that all over my lips, and then just over top of that, for a little bit of shine to it, I added Moonchild. This is the Colourpop and Kathleen Lights collab, which all the writing has come off the container, so that's cute, but that is what's on here. Moonchild, the gloss, at least I think it's a gloss, from the Colourpop and Kathleen Lights collab. I love that gloss. It's a beautiful color, and it matches a lot of like this nudie kind of vibe that's part of this collection. So overall, let's talk bra strap. No thank you. All right, so let's talk collection. Let's talk fun, adorable things. Now, what I really love about this collection is the versatility of the colors. I love that as a whole, if you picked up the entire collection, which I know most people probably didn't, but if you did pick it up as a whole, you're going to find a lot of very new, exciting, vibrant, fun, spring to summer kind of colors, which is beautiful overall as a whole. For me, the biggest win was all the lip products. I loved that they paired a lot of like nudes and pinks. There's a couple pops of color both in the Luxe lipsticks as well as these lippy sticks. There's a couple pops of color, but for the most part they run very true to like beautiful nudie pinks and nude, like natural nude colors. That's what I love about this collection, that they really said, okay, if we're gonna pair like a lot of eclectic, beautiful eyeshadow colors, we need to kind of tone it down with lips. And you know, I liked that juxtaposition and how they kind of let you decide that side of it, which is gorgeous. And in case anyone was wondering, I am actually wearing the Everglow highlight. These two, the lighter two right here, mixed for my highlight, inner eye highlight, every highlight. It is this right here, just in case anyone was curious. And you guys, that is it for this video. I really hope that you've loved it, that you enjoyed it, that it was super helpful. I hope that you loved like the 2-part that I broke it down. I really wanted to give all of this a shot, and I knew that trying to cram it into one video, it wouldn't do you guys justice. It wouldn't describe the product, and honestly, it just wouldn't have been good. Like, I would rather break it up over 2 days, and now you guys are gonna have 3 days worth of Colourpop videos. So, I mean, affordability, yes please. I mean, super fun new products, yes please. Like, we're just trucking through life at this point. But you guys, please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below if you have not already. Oh, I just dipped my finger in these. I need to get this shit the hell off my body before I wear all of it. I'm one of these people like, oh, just let me like, ooh, and then I like yawn and like spread it on my face. I am a klutz, and I'm so unobservant with some things, it's ridiculous. Other things, I could be like, did you move my hairbrush? Like, I know that 3 weeks ago I left it right there. And then other times, like, I have stuff all over my body, and I'll like hug somebody, and then I'm like, oh, how do you feel about swatches on your shirt? You know what I mean? I'm one of those people. So anyways, please do not forget to do that stuff down below, you guys. It really helps me out. And then down in the description box, you will find all of my other social media handles. There's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Snapchat I don't use as much because a lot of people hate it right now. So I've been posting a ton on Instagram. That's where I post like a bunch of after photos, different things that I wear on days that I don't film, what I'm testing, you know, what my skin looks like in natural light versus this camera light right here. A couple of you have even commented and said like, wow, you look so different. That's natural light for you, honey. Natural light can be a friend or your enemy. It really just depends. But either way, you guys, have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. End of the butterfly collection. I love all the sexy packaging. Like, seriously, I would wear it if I could. Think I could put it on my shirt? Probably not. I'm weird. Okay. But I love it.